Be me, 22, just graduated with a business degree. Think I have the world figured out. Get first real job at a mid-sized marketing firm. Open office, 30 people, mix of men and women. Sit down on day one feeling confident. Manager walks over to introduce herself. She is a woman. She is younger than I expected. Maybe 30, sharp eyes, no nonsense vibe. Think nothing of it. Figure she probably slept her way up or something. Yes, I actually think this. I am that guy at 22. First week is normal onboarding stuff. Training, software, company culture documents. There is a slide about inclusive language. Guy next to me rolls his eyes. I roll mine too. We bond over it. His name is Derek. Derek becomes my work friend. Derek has opinions about everything. Women drivers, women bosses, women in STEM. He delivers these opinions like they are facts. I nod along because I want to fit in. Also because I half believe them. First real project gets assigned. Our team is me, Derek, a woman named Priya, and our manager Lena. Priya is quiet but types faster than anyone I have ever seen. Lena runs the meeting like she has been doing it for years. She probably has. Derek leans over to me after the meeting. Says Lena only got the job because the company needed to hit diversity numbers. I say nothing. I also do not disagree. Project is a campaign for a new product launch. Lena splits the work evenly. Derek immediately tries to take the lead on strategy. Volunteers loudly for everything high visibility. Priya says nothing. Just writes things down. 3 days in, Priya sends over a full strategy deck. It is detailed, visual, well-argued. Lena reads it in the morning meeting. Everyone is quiet for a second. Then Lena says this is exactly the direction we needed. Derek says he was thinking something similar. Priya just nods. I watch this happen and feel something I cannot name yet. Campaign launches 2 weeks later. It goes well. Client loves it. Lena credits the whole team, specifically calls out Priya by name. Derek looks like he bit into something sour. After the meeting, Derek says, Bet Priya only got praised because Lena wants to seem supportive of women. I say but this time I do not nod. Something is starting to shift in my head. I do not understand it yet. I just feel vaguely wrong. A few weeks pass. I start paying more attention to how things actually work. Not how Derek narrates them, how they actually happen. Derek talks constantly in meetings. Priya talks rarely, but when she does, people write things down. Lena never raises her voice. But when she speaks, the room changes. I start noticing who produces work and who produces noise. This is uncomfortable. One afternoon, Lena asked me to stay back after a check-in. I panic slightly. Think I am in trouble. She says she has noticed I am sharp but quiet. Says she wants to give me more responsibility. Asks if I am interested in leading a section of the next campaign. I say yes without thinking. She says good. She says Priya will be your resource. Lean on her. She knows this stuff cold. I nod. I go home that night thinking about why Lena trusted Priya so much. I think about the deck Priya built in 3 days. I think about Derek saying it was only diversity points. I think about whether Derek has ever built anything that good. I realize he has not. Next campaign starts. I work closely with Priya for the first time. She is not warm exactly, but she is precise. She catches errors I miss. She explains things without making me feel stupid. This is rarer than it should be. One afternoon I make a suggestion in a small team meeting. Priya had made the same suggestion 10 minutes earlier. The room responded to mine. I watched this happen in real time. It is like watching a slow car crash. I say actually, Priya said that first. The room pauses. Priya looks at me like she is recalibrating something. Derek gives me a look later. Says, why did you do that? I say, because it was true. Derek says you do not do that, it makes you look weak. I say weak compared to what? Derek does not have an answer, he just walks away. Things are different between me and Derek after that. Not hostile. Just different, like I stepped off a path he was still walking. Weeks go by. I keep noticing things. The way women in meetings preface ideas with sorry to interrupt. The way men just talk. The way Priya gets thanked less than the men who use her ideas. The way Lena has to be twice as certain before she gets half the credit. I am not angry yet. I am just watching, and feeling increasingly embarrassed about my earlier self. One Friday, there is a team happy hour. Everyone goes to a bar 2 blocks from the office. Derek starts holding court, talking about how modern workplaces coddle women, how meritocracy is dying, how men cannot even speak freely anymore. A few of the younger guys are nodding. I used to be one of those nods. Now I am just standing there holding my drink. I ask Derek what he means by meritocracy. He says best person for the job, no politics, no quotas. I ask him who built the strategy deck that won the last campaign. He pauses, says Priya had help. I ask from who. He does not answer. I do not yell. I do not make a speech. I just stop nodding. That is it. I just stop nodding. Monday comes, Derek seems fine, I seem fine. Nothing dramatic happened, but I am different in a way I cannot fully explain. Priya and I eat lunch together a few times that week. She asks me why I corrected the record in that meeting. I say because it was right. She says most guys would not bother. I say I know. She says why did you? I say I'm trying to figure out what kind of person I want to be. She thinks about this. Then she says that is a weird answer. I say, yeah. She laughs. It is the first time I have heard her laugh. A month later there is a restructuring. 2 people get let go. Derek is one of them, not because of anything I said. His work had been slipping for months. Everyone had noticed except Derek. I feel something when I hear this. Not satisfaction exactly. More like clarity. Derek texts me later. Says they only kept Priya because of diversity. Says the company is anti-male. Says he is thinking of suing. I do not respond right away. I sit with it for a while, and then I type back. I say I think Priya kept her job because she was better at it. He says I have been brainwashed. I say maybe you should look at her work and then look at yours. He stops responding. I feel slightly sick after that, not because I was wrong, because it was hard to say. Because a few months earlier I would not have said it. Time passes, I get better at my job. Lena gives me more projects. Priya and I become something close to actual friends. She is still not warm exactly, but she is real. And I respect real more than warm. One afternoon I am in a meeting with a new junior hire. Fresh out of college, reminds me of myself at 22. Confident in a way that has not been tested yet. He makes a comment about a female client. Something small, a tone thing, nothing he would be fired for. But I hear it. I remember Derek. I remember nodding. I remember thinking Lena only got the job through diversity numbers. I remember being that certain and being that wrong. After the meeting, I pull the new guy aside. I do not lecture him. I just say one thing. I say pay attention to who actually does the work, not who talks the loudest about it. He looks at me like I'm speaking another language. That is fine. I spoke that language once. That evening I sit in my apartment, thinking about how I got from there to here. It was not one big moment. It was not a debate I lost or a video I watched. It was just watching and being honest about what I saw. I used to think feminism was something women invented to get ahead. I used to think men like Derek were just being honest. I used to think meritocracy was a thing we already had. Now I think meritocracy is a thing we say we have. So we do not have to look at who gets heard, and who gets ignored, and who gets credited, and who does not. I am not the hero of this story. Priya is not a symbol. Lena is just a person doing her job well. Derek is just a person who never looked up from his own reflection. I am just a guy who started paying attention slightly later than I should have. Me, 23 now, still figuring it out. But at least I stopped nodding.